Hi everyone, it's Fitz with your daily delivery. Hope you're doing well. I am very good. A wonderful edition of the Insiders Live on Monday night. An amazing number of people were watching. Thank you so much. And we got into an interesting topic dealing with the whole recruitment of Linkon Cure. And it's something I want to get into today and expand upon it a little bit because an hour and a half apparently wasn't enough for all my opinions. But first, I got to remind you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Hit the thumbs up, leave those comments, you know all the good stuff. And you just missed out on our 75% off offer at GoPowercat and 24/7 Sports. But we let you down slowly. We're at 50% off for a few days. Go check us out. If you want to subscribe, it's still an amazing offer, 50% off an annual subscription. So as I record this on Monday night, late Monday night, we still don't know where Linkon Cure is headed. He remains committed to Kansas State despite all of the talk about him flipping to Oregon, which is still, in my opinion, probably going to happen. But it's not done. We had a great update on it from our Ryan Wallace, a recruiting editor behind the paywall for our subscribers. Really interesting stuff that's taking place as both of the programs kind of jockey and try to get the signature of a really talented young man, a five-star tight end rated by 24/7 as the best tight end in the nation in this recruiting class. And I know it's easy to say it's Oregon, which has kind of become one of the new blue bloods, certainly a huge brand. And there's reasons for that. But it isn't the fact that Oregon's maybe the best team in the country and will play for a national championship. I'm sure that's a factor. But that was never why Linkon Cure had them on his checklist of programs. It goes back to when he was a kid, back before they made the college football video game illegal, basically, because they weren't paying rights fees to the players. Now they're doing it and it's back. But he played as Oregon as a kid. He was always Oregon, not Kansas, where his brother plays, or Kansas State, where he committed. Oregon. And why? The uniforms. Because the many mixed and matched uniforms Oregon has was very appealing. It's appealing to recruits. Now, I certainly don't endorse going to 700 different uniform combinations. I mean, when you watch Oregon, you recognize them on TV because you can't recognize the team and you think, oh, it's got to be Oregon. They wear too many. But recruits notice these things. And I've said this before. Recruits often wear the all-white uniforms, as Linkon Cure did, when they visit Kansas State. You see, these things do matter to recruits. They may not always be the final factor, but they can get you in the door. If you look good, it makes the recruits feel good about choosing you. So I'm back at this. I really think Kansas State football needs that extra thing to get them over the hump, and that is some alternative uniforms. Now, my alternatives would typically always have the PowerCat. The helmet color and the PowerCat might change. The uniform combinations might change, but they're going to be within the spectrum of K-State colors. No black. I'm wearing black as an alternative. Don't do it for football or any sport for that matter. Black is not a K-State color. After all, TCU used black and purple quite a bit. You could put in some lavender highlights, not lavender uniforms, purple pants, white pants, gray top, purple pants. You can do a bunch of stuff. Lavender too, and change the color of the helmets with the PowerCat. There's other ways you can go. And I know some of my fellow olds, and I mean that as a compliment, we're much wiser than those punks, but there's a lot of you that like to buy into the traditional look, and I get it. There are some great traditional looks. Penn State, you recognize them. Ohio State, you recognize them. Michigan, you recognize them. Alabama, yeah, that's Alabama. And if you didn't know, Kansas State's uniforms were designed by Bill Snyder after a classic football uniform, the Dallas Cowboys. If you look, the Cowboys' traditional uniform and K-State's, change the colors, you got it. And I watched Thanksgiving football, like all of you did. I watched the Cowboys for a bit. They were wearing alternative uniforms on Thanksgiving. You see, you can still have a recognized brand and have fun and put something else out there fresh and cool. It's not just for the players either. It's great marketing, presenting your program and university in a different way, and also a financial benefit because alternative uniforms sell alternative merchandise. and an added buck is always a good thing in these days of college sports.